This year, it's really difficult to choose who to vote for.
Both sides let us down,
We want someone to do something right for us.
but it doesn't seem likely.
That's why we're voting for Steve Nunyal.
None of y'all is getting my vote.
Nunyal has the courage to clean up politics.
None of y'all is going to get us a better life.
Because Nunyal cares.
This is a paid ad by the committee to re-elect none of y'all.
Because Nunyal deserve it. What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid. Patrick, if you can imagine him, he'd be like right there right now, but literally 3 seconds before the intro ended, he disappeared. There he is. There's Patrick. What a time for you to drop out.
Chrome just shut down on me. It was like, nope.
I was like, all right, I guess I'll do the show. Fuck you.
What's going on, Empire? Stupid Talking Stupid on DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear. And we read the stupid so you don't have to.
Google Chrome sucks.
There's Patrick. I told you he was there.
I'm here. Google Chrome just goes, no.
Dude,
I was like, what? I'm just sitting here waiting.
3 seconds before we're fucking supposed to start. Like, it's the intro music is playing, and I'm like, oh no.
I got you. Bah. I'm like,
and then what?
What's next? I'm pretty sure it's bah. I'm pretty sure it's bad, but I don't know. I'm never gonna know.
We'll never know.
Oh
my god.
At least it wasn't like I'm gonna do an update. It's like no.
That'd been great too. If it's just like, I'm gonna do
like me on my phone.
You can't, yeah. Just like, oh yeah, Patrick coming to us live from his bathroom.
Right. The recording icon in the corner, it was Jim Flanny Pants' birthday yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And we honor him by mocking him.
That's right.
Because we love him so much. He's a young up-and-comer.
Yeah.
Really just starting out, trying to get his name out there.
Yeah.
Hoping one day he can get some work.
Weird how they let him headline Zanies.
I know. I think it's because... no one wants to work anymore, Patrick. Like, no, we're not doing it.
No one wants to work. Ugh. Okay.
Like, I don't know. I guess we'll just let this new guy do it. I mean, your computer didn't want to work for a second.
I know. Listen, Google Chrome's like, I'd just rather get unemployment.
It's like, isn't Firefox just sitting around doing nothing? Why do I have to? What do I have to do it?
Or whatever the other one is that nobody uses. Microsoft Edge.
Oh, yeah, because it's not Internet Explorer anymore.
No, it's Microsoft
We've renamed
Edge.
it, so you please use it. Please.
This is not your grandmother's Explorer anymore. No, Microsoft Edge. And you go, shing!
And then it still doesn't work.
Brings you on the cutting edge. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
A failure.
No, hold on. It closed on me.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're back. We're not dying anymore.
Yeah.
I think.
You had the
I hope
the wandering crud.
Ugh. Dude, I swear it felt like I had this massive just weight on my chest, and my throat was hurt. My voice was actually gone for a whole week.
Yeah, it was real
before quiet. I could actually talk, and even then I was talking like this.
It's like, Tad, wait.
It's like someone please help me.
It's like you're doing a late night NPR show. Hey there, cats and kittens. This is John Bear Cobb with nighttime dish.
So right now I'm having spaghetti carbonara. Is that not the nighttime dish you were talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
Because that's definitely one of those nighttime dishes. It's 2:00 in the morning. What do you want? That's right, spaghetti carbonara.
I think a whole loaf of bread. If you guys could just give me a whole loaf of bread real quick. That'd be great.
I'll make up something great.
Think you want anything on it? No, just give me so much bread. Then go to lay down. Oh, why does this hurt?
All right.
No. So you got some little bit of the stupid.
I do.
What's going on? You tell Blair about your day,
I think
Patrick.
it. I think
Tell me about your
so.
day, little boy.
I went and got my booster shot.
Who got your booster shot?
I got a booster shot.
Look
I
at
got
you
my
get your
third
booster shot.
Moderna booster shot.
Your third booster shot?
Well, my third shot.
Oh,
But
I was
it's
like,
Moderna.
I don't think you're
Moderna,
supposed to be
Moderna.
taking that many boosters.
I'm not getting this. You hear me?
I'm 21. Woo!
I'm gonna be vaccinated. To hell and gone. There's a guy who believes, and this may be true. The booster shot is most booster shots are shot in the butt. It's like one of those butt shots. This guy was talking rather loudly at Walgreens about where he would prefer to have his shot.
Okay.
And he's on the phone, and he's like, "Well, they're going to ask me which arm, but I'm going to tell them I want it in my butt." And I was like, just sitting there because you're at a Walgreens. You should necessarily be over. But I looked and I go, they're probably not gonna do that. And the guy's like, "No, I think they will. I'm the customer. I'm the customer, and the customer is always right." And I'm like, I don't think that's true either. Because I actually know my pharmacist, and I was like, I want to be like, I actually know her, and she will not do
that. Hey, Janet, can you stab me with that in the butt? No, stop asking. But, okay, I mean,
come on,
this is America.
You had some medical stupid, huh?
Dude, well, I was gonna save it for a story that we have.
Oh, is a story? Oh,
there's a story that involves medical shit. We'll just cover it right now because it's not that big of a story. I was just gonna use it as a launching pad anyway. Because it's.
I get it.
No, Patrick, it's a visual bit.
Let me look at it.
Okay, yeah. So this woman in Atlanta, her name is Taylor Davis.
She went Hot Atlanta now.
Ooh, I hate you. So she went to the ER, Emory Decatur Hospital, in July. This is when we were finding out about this now. So she was in the waiting room for 7 hours in the emergency room.
Emergencies are, I mean, it's relative.
It is relative. I mean, it literally is. Like
what you think is a big deal, I don't think is a big deal.
Yeah, apparently when you cut the tip of your baby's finger off and she won't stop bleeding, not that big of a deal because an old guy's got the sniffles. Cool.
One pays taxes, one doesn't.
Oh, that old guy that's drawing on the system, weakening it from the inside.
But he presumably paid into it over his 95 years. Do you have returns? Show me the returns.
Show me your returns. She's got unlimited upside. You're nothing but a drain on society.
As a matter of fact, it's like, I found that gentleman.
Yeah, you got an extender folder.
All of a sudden, he sticks his head in. He sticks his head in. I was really sick.
Is he a puppet or?
Yes. I think it could be all like, now I'll be over here and be like, anyway.
That's exactly how he sounded. So she was at the hospital for 7 hours. She never got seen. She's like, all right, I guess I'm fine. She went there for a head injury.
Right.
And they're like, just let her sit there. It's probably not a big deal.
How dizzy are you?
So she just left. She's like, fuck this. And then a few weeks later, she got a bill in the mail for $700 because of the emergency room fee.
For the use of the chair?
Yeah, she was told it was an emergency room visit fee or facility fee, as it's called in some cases. Usually that's put on a patient's total bill so that you don't really notice it.
They charged her $100 an hour to sit in that chair.
I know. Those chairs are not worth $100 an hour to sit in.
No,
I don't even think they're worth $100 to buy them.
not one of those sharper images chairs. I just
Oof.
love that. You go to the mall, stop at Brookstone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hold on. I gotta sit in a massage chair real quick. You ever gonna buy one? No.
Well, I'm trying it out.
Yeah, I'm trying it out. The third time this week. It's been a rough week.
Yeah, I'm
Really,
this
really
close.
think I'm gonna buy this one today, Stanley.
I'm
Really thinking
really like,
about it.
and
But you
Stanley's
know,
like, God, I hope so. My wife is gonna leave me if I don't
you
make
know
the
what,
sale today.
Stanley?
Oh,
This sob story of yours is bumming me out. I don't
I
like
know.
spending money when I'm bummed out.
It's like, well, maybe here, sell me this. Was the the click clack ball thing? I'll buy that. Does that save your wife?
Was it like we'll keep her around through the holiday weekend at
Yeah,
least?
just you should be allowed. I think.
Maybe get me like a little magnet thing for my desk that holds paper clips in a fun way. I don't know.
I don't know.
God, this is too much, Stanley. I don't know why I keep shopping here.
Right.
I never
You don't
want to
shop
buy.
at all. You don't shop at all. You just sit in the chair.
You come back on Monday. She left me. Well, you know, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not buying this chair either.
Still not gonna buy the chair.
But oh, go ahead and crank that up to a 3.
Oh, right. All right.
Mm.
That will work the lower back chair.
I don't know about you, Stanley, but I've had a rough weekend.
Right.
I had sex 14 times
With your wife.
I sold a dozen chairs last week.
That's right. I work for that same place that you know on the airlines where you get the magazine and you look at the magazine.
Even
It's a bunch
sharper
of shit.
image.
A bunch of shit that you'll never buy.
What the
People
fuck?
buy
Sky
from
Mall.
me. Sky Mall. Not there anymore.
He's
I looked in my
Sky Mall security guard. Just
stands
next to the magazine.
well.
Don't you take that magazine?
No, don't you put it down.
It stays in the airplane.
In the airplane. It's a sky mall, not a ground mall.
Mm-hmm. It's not a neighborhood mall. How dare you?
So she called the hospital and she said, "Hey, I have a problem." And they said, "Oh, well, we're sorry. We'll fix this right now."
Motherfuckers. What's this about? They apparently you get charged before you're seen. You don't get charged for being seen. Like literally, the second she checked into the hospital, boom, $700 already charged. All those times when people tell you they literally charge you for walking in the door. Yep,
literally. Oh wow.
Yeah. So whether she was there for 5 minutes or 12 hours in the emergency room, she would have been charged $700 as the facility fee.
Dude, I'm in the wrong business.
Honestly, dude, if I could just run if I had like 3 doctors under my belt, I'd be, hey baby, you want to get seen for your broken hand? You want some eczema cream, bitch?
You got to pay a little up front to get that help.
The first checkup is free.
Well, it's not. You walk in the door, I charge you $700.
But if you want that rotator cuff repaired, you got to pay up. You got to pay daddy a little bit of taste. You know what I'm saying? Why is this why is this the way you handle medical things? Hey, if you knew how much money I was making, you'd put pimps to shame.
That's right.
Hey, you want some insulin so your kid doesn't die? Give me $14,000.
This is Dr. John Rosenstein. Get your ass back in there and make me some money. I really
don't give her an MRI.
I really don't appreciate being talked to like this. I am a doctor. You talking back?
You want to taste my stethoscope?
I'm sorry. Hear your heartbeat through your face.
I don't do butt stuff. You check that prostate. You check it.
Till we get to butt stuff one back from the ER. She's in our. He's in our ER. No, we said a good one.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, this lady got pissed off because so the hospital was like, we take all patient concerns seriously and appreciate this has been brought to our attention. Our teams are currently looking into this matter and will follow up directly with the individual. But I got charged $700 to sit in a chair for 7 hours with a fucking head wound. There'd be more people with head wounds.
True. It's like I have potentially having appendicitis, but just do me a favor and shoot me in the arm. I think it'll get me seen quick enough.
Yeah.
They're like, what? You have a bullet hole and an appendicitis. The two are not connected.
It's like, okay, well, I have head trauma and I stubbed my toe and my arm is on fire.
So which one do you want to do first?
So you're fourth.
What? Go stand over there. Go stand over there by those pamphlets.
Mm-hmm. But not too close. Those pamphlets are $400 each. And they're soaked in gasoline.
You get charged. You get charged just for thumbing through them.
Anyway. It's like when you want to take out an ad, you get charged per word. Every word you're reading, I'm watching you. That's $10 a word for you to read that. Should have brought your phone.
It just goes to show when you talk to other people from other countries and they talk about healthcare and they're just like, I just had the thing and so I went and I got seen and they got taken care of. It cost me like $35. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And then you tell them, like, have you ever seen, there's like a video out there, I'll find it. We could post it. I've
seen like the street interview where people are
like,
guess how much this costs.
Like,
I don't know, like $200, $10,000. The fuck?
What? But yeah, no, we don't want any part of that. That's what cracks me up. We don't want any part of that. I don't want to have to pay.
So my medical issues was from when I got sick. I was missing a few days, so I just basically I wanted to go and essentially get a doctor's note for missing like a few days because I was fucked up.
Right.
Like I woke up on Halloween and it started then, and that was a Sunday. I didn't work till Tuesday. I was like, well, maybe I'll just, it's just a rough day at work. Recover. I woke up the next morning, voice was gone, just feeling like the worst possible thing ever. Tuesday still sick, had to call off. So I tried making an appointment with the doctor that day, and trying to find someone that's in network. First of all, was a fucking nightmare because the website I use, I have Ambetter insurance right now, which I'm not going to have next year.
Am worst.
Got him.
Nailed it.
So recently they redid their website, which deselected my primary care physician from my file, and I go to re-add him, and he's not there anymore. So I'm like, great. Apparently he's not in network anymore or something. Part of me was like, was he one of the doctors that chose not to get the vaccine and they lost his job? I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but so I finally find. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna. I find like an urgent care clinic. I go to the first one. It's a 4.5 hour wait minimum, and then there's no guarantee that they would still have time to see anyone by the time the wait was over, because they were going to close. It was one of those like little things, not like a full 24/7 emergency room.
Right.
It's like we're urgent care until 9.
Right.
That it's not urgent anymore.
And then we don't care
because
I'm going out. Girls' night.
Yeah. So I find a CVS.
That hurt.
So the CVS walk-in clinic, I go there. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. There is one person in the waiting area. I go through. They have a touchscreen, which didn't really work. So I'm like beating the shit up, trying to put all my information. I get through like 20 screens for it to be like
gorilla with a light bright. You're like,
it finally gets to the part where it's like, okay, well, there's no one that can see you today. I'm like, there's one person here. Why is there no one here? So I make the appointment for the next day.
No one wants to work.
No one wants to work anymore. So I make the appointment for the next day. I go back the next day at 10 a.m. I'm so excited to finally see a fucking doctor, try to get this taken care of. I have to go through the touchscreen thing goddamn again. This time setting up payment information. I have to input my credit card one digit at a time on a broken fucking touchscreen. Finally get through all of it. I put in my insurance. I do all that. And I sit down. I'm just waiting. And then finally they call me in. And she's like, yeah, I just need to see your insurance card to double check. And I hand it to her. She's like, oh, we don't take this. I said, what? You are the first result on my provider's
Right.
website saying CVS, this very specific location takes this insurance. Go there now, get your help. So I came here. I'm here. And like, well, hold on, let me double check because we've had problems with this in the past. Calls her like supervisor or whatever, and she's like, okay, yeah, so we don't take it because we don't take Illinois' version of Ambetter. If you had another state like Tennessee, then we would take it. I'm like, you can't take the same company because I got it in the state that you are currently in. And she's like, yeah, they just don't have a contract with it. So I had to leave there, go find somewhere else to be seen. Finally, like I come home, I'm just pissed off, and I'm tired of trying to get on the phone to talk to these people to find out if they take my health insurance.
Right.
So thankfully, my girlfriend was able to call another place.
I was gonna say, just let her handle it because
Well,
you
yeah.
seem to be inept.
I
Just
felt
saying, she's keeping you and the baby alive. So I mean,
I don't know how. We are both
why not
really giving her a
why
run for
not
her money.
why not go to the expert? Just saying.
So we get there, or so I'll make an appointment at one location. She finds another location that's way closer. So already, yeah, I know.
Stupid.
What you just said. There you go. And then finally, I get there, and I make an appointment to be seen. I pre-check in early, so I can just sit there. I get there early, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to be seen. And I just sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. Finally, I get called in, and the nurse sees me, takes a couple like vitals and everything, and has me sit in the room for like another half hour before the doctor finally comes in. And I told her what's going on. She looked at my throat. She did a couple things. She's like, yeah, it sounds like you got a really bad cold. I'm like, okay, so can I just get a doctor's note, excuse me, for the rest of the week? So I finally get the note and I'm on my way, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. A few days later, I'm still not better. Like, I've barely gotten any of my voice back, and my throat is still swollen. My chest still feels like I got a fucking weight on it. So I make an appointment at the same place again for like first thing in the morning on a Sunday morning. Huh?
We don't take your insurance now. So there's been a change.
Yeah, we stopped taking it on Saturday, and now it's Sunday. So go fuck yourself.
The person before you, they were fine, but
yeah,
you're 10 o'clock's the deadline. Sorry.
Yeah, we're only allowed one of you a day.
One of you.
One of you.
Yikes.
So I get there at like the first appointment they have available for the day. The ER or their waiting room is completely empty. I have the entire place to myself. I have my baby with me. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go in, get another note and see what's up, and then, go on my way. I sat there for 45 minutes. They have 3 people at the receptionist desk and apparently 1 doctor for this whole ass building. And there's people coming in off the street just going like, yeah, I'm not feeling too good. And they're like, they called them in right away. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I have an appointment that I made yesterday to be one of the first people here, and then I have to fucking wait. So we finally get in the room, check me out again. Go, oh, it's still this stuff going on. All right, well I'll let the doctor know. And we sit in that room for another fucking 45 minutes before the doctor comes in, and she's like, "Wow, so you have this cold, but like, it's." I'm kind of worried about the pressure on your chest and the swelling in your throat. So we're gonna get an EKG. Yeah, I know, right? She's like, we're gonna have you do an EKG so that way we can rule out any heart issues. I'm like, all right, well, I got a baby, so how long is that going to take? And like, oh, it takes a couple minutes. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Real minutes or
yeah, real minutes.
Because the baby came in here, the baby was 1. Now the baby's 5.
She has grown a mustache.
Yeah.
She's gotten so old. But so the nurse comes back and does the EKG. Setting the thing up took longer than the actual test.
Oh, yeah.
And so she just has the results, and then she's like, all right, I'll give these to the doctor, and then leaves. I'm like, boy, wouldn't it have been great if she said, looks good, and then walks out. But, they can't. I know, but they can't do that. She's like, haha, I got the answers right here. Bye. Gone for another half an hour. Before the doctor comes back and goes, oh, it looks good. So, just rest. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, thanks. I was at that doctor for almost like 3.5, 4 hours for her to basically just give me another note for a couple more days and say, all right, you're fine.
You had your own coffee mug by the. You had your own coffee mug by the coffee. And you're like,
Seriously, I
oh,
think
I'll tell you, Fran. You really need to tell him that he doesn't appreciate you.
it was. I felt like I was at this point, like it became my turn to get in the lunch rotation. Like, all right, guys, I'm going to drive pick it up today. What do we want?
Right. What do we want? It's my turn.
Like they
That's
literally
ridiculous.
had 3 people at the front and just no one else in that goddamn building. You walk in, you're like, okay, they have
Do you get?
at least 12 patient rooms. They had like if you ever walk through a hospital, you see like how they got rooms on each side, and then in the middle they have like the multiple like rows of desks for like the doctors and nurses to put all the information in. They had one person sitting in like they had like 4 rows of computers. They just had one person sitting in there, clickety clacking away.
You know
They
why?
have one doctor for the place.
You know why?
Hmm. I'll tell you who does want to work. Murderers, or rather, murderers on demand.
Yay!
Wendy Lynn Wine of
Slash.
South Rockford, Michigan,
Okay.
found a website called Rent a Hitman.
Nice.
And figured it was real because she wanted to solicit the murder of her former husband last year. Don't worry, she used a pseudonym, but then entered
not Wendy.
Mm-hmm. She used a pseudonym up front, but then entered all of her real information at the end of her service request. It's like, hi, I'm Schmendy.
I'm using
you can
her
find me
card.
at my actual address. Here's my birth certificate. Here's a picture of me on my wedding day. The Rent a Hitman domain was created as a cybersecurity test site. The website's owner contacted the Michigan State Police, who then contacted Wendy posing as someone from the website. So this guy just made a cybersecurity test site. She found it. I was like, oh, I could hire someone to kill this son bitch?
Yeah.
Great. Imagine you're just sitting at home, like working on your website, and it's like, hi, I'd like to kill my husband. This is a Lego website.
So this is the part of the show for those people who've been listening forever, where it's possible that I have a tangential story.
Oh no!
In regards to this, and with a story like this, there's no way that I could have a story like this, right? Guess what?
Oh no!
I totally have a story like this.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
I was in A Christmas Carol at College of DuPage, and there's 2 characters, Citizen 1, Citizen 2, and they are the people that try to get...
Are those the understudy to Citizen Kane?
Yes. No, they are they're the 2 guys who try to get Ebenezer Scrooge to give them money for the poor, and he kicks them out of his office. Only spoiler alert, later when he's, changed man, he gives them a bunch of money.
Oh wow! I was gonna watch that.
Well, now you know. So it was me, Citizen 1, a little bit larger of a part than Citizen 2. Me and this kid, and his name is Adam. Really nice kid. We used to call him Special A because he kind of reminded me of the Kenny character from Can't Hardly Wait. Like he definitely was trying really hard with the...
Did he wear the goggles on his head and everything?
Yes, he did.
Oh no.
He really embraced that life. So later on, and we didn't, after the show, like it's not like we all, stay friends forever or whatever. But the next year, we started a theater company, myself and Lisa Dawn Furch, and we wanted to do Picasso at the Le Penagel. And one of the people that we thought of was Adam. And I'm like, I'm going to call him, see if he wants to do a show, at least come out and audition. I call the house, and whoever, I just assume it's his mom, picks up the phone. I say, is Adam around? No, he's not. Oh, okay. Well, I was in a Christmas. I think we met. I was in a Christmas Carol with him, and we're about to do a show, and we're gonna see if he wanted to come audition for it. So if you see him, can you ask him to, get in touch with me? And she's like, he won't be able to do a show. He's going to be away for a while.
Oh no.
I said, oh, is he going to school? Or she's like, prison. I'll talk to you later. And I was like,
oh, she was
click.
so she was interested in keeping the conversation going. It's like,
right. She wanted to I think that was just her, generic goodbye. Hung up the phone. And then later
that's
on,
just how she says goodbye to everyone. My
right,
son's in prison. Have a good one.
I'll talk to you later. So we hear the story, and apparently the story goes, allegedly, but I think he was convicted, so maybe not allegedly. I don't know.
I mean, you could always say allegedly, just
we'll say allegedly.
to be safe.
Allegedly. He and a friend burned down a church.
Oh.
And he was worried about the other friend telling on him, so he hired somebody to murder him, and that somebody just so happened to be an undercover police officer.
Yep. Hate when that happens.
Hate it. Hear about it all the time. Anyway.
Oh my god.
The minute I started hearing that story, I'm like, I have something.
Why do you just have something for that kind of a what?
I live my life is a rich tapestry.
Or something.
Yeah.
Man, I can't say that I've ever known anyone that's gone away for hiring a killer.
Well,
but I do unfortunately know someone that fled the country to avoid
hiring a killer.
No, I don't know.
I got to get out of town, or else I'm going to hire someone to murder this person.
Well, no, I don't know if they killed the guy or if he just got severely beaten.
Ooh.
So don't you feel silly?
I suppose.
No, he from what I remember, it's been a while since I looked up this story because it was kind of depressing. Go figure. I imagine it's depressing for the family too. But anyway, it's there was this guy that I went to high school with. It was him and a friend, and I think this happened at like NIU or no UIC, one of the colleges. And there was some night where the two of them got in a fight with someone, and this guy that I went to high school with, he beat the guy with a bike lock. I'm pretty sure the guy died, but he fled. His family was from another country. I want to say like Turkey or I don't know, somewhere in Europe. I don't know, but I remember someone saw him on like security cam footage in a club in that country, and it got posted online like, look, he fled the country, his family helped him leave, we have to get him back. It's like, well, it's probably not gonna come back.
It's not an extradition treaty, so
yeah, so it's
you go to an extradition territory and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so his family took him to.
So, what's he up to now?
I don't know. He doesn't really have a blog that I can follow.
He doesn't have Facebook.
How shitty would that be if he's just hanging out on Facebook, like, woo, living my best life? It's like we're going out in the town, hanging out.
Every time he walks past a bike that's like locked to a pole, he's like, eh.
Gross.
Anyway,
but yeah, so that's the only killer thing that I know. But apparently, you have this rich tapestry of people that you know that just like
I do.
Be out here murdering motherfuckers.
Well, they're attempted to.
Okay, well, attempted to.
Yours is worse because they actually probably did it.
Do you wanna see the lady who allegedly wanted to hire someone?
Absolutely.
To kill her husband.
I like how you read allegedly.
Isn't that?
What's happening?
Okay. You're gonna be totally surprised. You're gonna say this woman.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
She's got the kind of face that says, "I'm going to use a fake website to try to hire someone to kill my
yeah.
ex-husband."
It's the nose,
You see it all the time.
right? Nothing
But
but deceit in those eyes.
what the fuck was it? She's pretty much a looker. So, speaking of sexy things, I didn't know where to go with this,
Obviously,
but it's a story that I know Jen's gonna love because she loves ketchup. Uh,
yeah.
you ever heard of this supposedly massive company called Pizza Hut? Never heard of it
Okay.
myself.
No.
No, they there was a customer.
What do they sell?
They sell houses,
Ah,
like little huts. Customer named Adrian Shan, which you gotta see this motherfucker real quick. Just cha. All right. Now, what do you think is going on with him and this ketchup?
well, given the name
Yeah.
of the story,
Okay. Which is for our audio listeners.
which is sexy ketchup,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he is possibly having some form of relations with the ketchup bottle. Now, here's the other thing. That looked like the background looked like a bathroom. Is that true,
No,
or do you not know?
that's just the decor at that Pizza Hut. This is over in Europe,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I
Ow.
always love places that decorate their place to look kind of like the inside of the bathroom, and that way you like White Castle, like inside of White Castle feels like you're inside of a bathroom
Yes.
because it's kind of like, listen, we're gonna acclimate you to this environment because
We
this
know
food is gonna
you eat this food, you might
it's
shit
good. This is where
yourself
you're going
anywhere in this building.
anywhere,
Once you're out of the building, we don't care. But if you're in here, we want
right?
to be able to mop it. The ceiling is made of
Need
actual
a
tiles.
need a really strong hose.
That's why we hired Rebecca and her sister. A strong hose. They can really get in the grouts. Scrub away.
You know why? Because I'm strong.
Not
I'm strong.
emotionally. I could just curl 35 pounds.
I'm a strong hoe.
So Adrian Shan was pissed off with Pizza Hut. He even sent a letter to them demanding a refund his $48 refund for the pizza, drinks, and fries that he bought because the ketchup bottle on the table it churned his stomach. This grotesque fucking
Gross.
bottle. Patrick, you ready to see how gross this thing is?
Yeah.
You're probably saying to yourself right now, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I mean, I think the slogan is a little,
That's exactly it. The slogan on it says shake, squeeze, and squirt. And he's like, hold on. This pornography will not stand.
will not stand.
I shan't be saying this while I'm stuffing myself with this stuffed crust.
No, I shan't.
I shan't. They call the fries chips. That's how I know it's not even around here. I'm like, what? And they call it tomato sauce. It's ketchup. It says on the bottle ketchup. You can't be like calling it other things. Like, what?
Is it ketchup or catsup?
Ooh, get out. He
Sometimes
called
it's
it the label. He's like, it's like an app for swingers. Why is my ketchup saying like it wants me to do all this stuff? He's like, I do not understand how someone could put that sentence together. It's awful. It's not innocent in my eyes. The barbecue sauce one says squeeze, but the ketchup one said that. It's just it put me off using it. It literally sounds like an app for swingers. That's
I
how
don't
that dude sounds.
appreciate a condiment that can make me hard.
Yeah, sexualized tomato sauce. It's a new problem. It's a new problem that 2021. Remember when you said, I don't know how we can have any more new problems? Welcome to a new problem. Ketchup is too sexy.
Oh, hey
Remember?
there. Oh, hey there, Billy. What's going on with your cheeseburger? Don't you
Um,
like it?
it's just normally when I bite my sandwich, it doesn't moan, but now it is.
Oh, that's right. That's because you got that new Sexy Ketchup.
What happened to the old Ketchup?
The old Ketchup was boring and didn't love me. That's why I got myself a new Sexy Ketchup. The Sexy Ketchup is the kind that you call in the middle of the afternoon and say, "What are you doing?"
And then what happens?
Well, then you have sex with that ketchup.
This isn't mayonnaise on my burger?
Nope. No, it is not. In fact, it's just ketchup and something else. And our love.
I think we finally found out how Timmy got sick.
Right.
Is
this by Heinz or no? It's Heinz. We'll say Heinz.
Yeah. Yeah. Patrick, you ever how do you feel about beauty pageants? You for them? You against them?
I don't know. I've never been like, oh, is the Miss America pageant on? Yay! Like,
yeah.
No, I'm against them. I think.
Oh, really? You're against celebrating survivors?
Of course. Oh no.
That's right, Patrick.
Oh no,
Patrick.
Once a season, there's an episode that may get my future career canceled. And today may be the day.
Why, Patrick? What's the name of this pageant? Oh,
it's
is it the Miss Holocaust Survivor?
Yeah.
Are you saying you don't appreciate survivors? Are you saying
no?
You saying this should have been finished off?
No. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
I mean, I feel like every year the competition thins out. So
stop. These are like old ladies?
Contestants ranging in the age from 79 to 90 competed in the show. There's 10 contestants competing for the title of Miss Holocaust Survivor. Okay. Just saying it's so like they I think mean well. The pageant took place in Israel.
Okay, well,
I feel like that's kind of like a home game.
Yikes!
Yeah, it's a beauty pageant designed to honor women who survived the Holocaust.
Okay, so that's good, but like, what
makes
one better than the other? Like, why are we judging this? Like, literally, why is somebody judging this? And who is the judge?
And even worse, why is it an annual event? If someone wins it in 2019 and nothing changes, shouldn't they also win in 2020?
I mean,
like, basically, aren't you winning until you die?
I mean, I just don't understand.
What's the criteria?
Once again, I do not understand beauty pageants.
Well,
they should all get.
What do you think is the judging criteria for this? Do they have a talent? Because they said they got their hair and makeup done and wore gowns and sashes down the catwalk.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to look nice.
They didn't have it last year because of the pandemic.
Well,
could you imagine that? Not having a Miss Holocaust Survivor pageant because of a tragedy? They didn't have their pageant for the tragedy because there's another tragedy. Is there going to be a Miss Corona pageant?
I do not like this. I do not like any part of this story. Now, funny that I have a tangential story.
Oh, is this when you judge? Is this when you judge Miss 9/11?
Stop.
What? Because there's no contestants from Hit 9/11.
Oh no!
I know it's the worst joke I possibly could have said, but
it really is.
Miss Holocaust Survivor. Why?
I don't know.
I feel like there should be a better way to honor these people without.
Why do they gotta compete? My nephew always likes to throw like this.
Your nephew's like, why do those old bitches get no?
This is like the best of this. And I was like I forget what it was. I forget what he said. Something like somebody is like the Jeff Bezos of something, and it had to do with art. I can't remember what it was. I go, what does that mean? I go, what does that mean? And he's like, it's like, it's like the most successful. I'm like, is Jeff Bezos the most successful? I'm just kind of like, because I'm just trying to really uh get him to like kind of like parse his words, because sometimes it comes off like a little,
Shitty.
pompous. Oh yeah, like the other day he's like, and yes, they did this, this, and this. I go, I didn't ask. And he's like, what do you mean? I go, well, when you start a word with and yes, I go, it sounds kind of pompous. I go, you could have said, oh, and another thing they did,
Yeah.
as a whatever. So I'm trying to get, but it's
Fun
just,
fact, they also did.
why do they need to be like, someone's like, you know what we really need? We need to get
What?
all these ladies together,
Yeah.
and we just need to
Hold on.
judge which one's the best.
Okay. It's a weird thing to bring you up in a PTA meeting, but I guess we can figure
Or do we
something
want to
out.
talk about the field trip again? It's a museum. Anyway, I'm trying to talk about something important, Bradley.
All right, so
Going
I
good?
guess I'm assuming you want to throw this pageant, or you want to have this memorial or this honoring ceremony.
Oh, do you not?
No,
Everybody gather around. Bradley's going to tell me why these women shouldn't be honored. Go ahead, Bradley.
no, I'm saying, do you have an idea to honor?
Why aren't you voluntarily asking, Bradley?
I'm asking. I'm asking you.
And then everyone's like, boy, ever since Carol and Brad got divorced, this is just, every meeting is just turned into this.
I swear, she's gonna find a website to try to kill him one of these days.
One of these days.
What's the I don't know if there's a more tone deaf celebration.
Oh yeah.
His Holocaust survivor.
I mean, it could be like the Pompeii outdoor barbecue. And Box Social.
It's the oh my god, hold on, I gotta look it up. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's a lock-in for the station nightclub.
Oh my god. I don't know. I just don't understand why they feel like they're like, these women survived, they went through hell, and they're like, but who's the best one of them?
Yeah.
It's like,
who's
why?
Pretty? Who's still pretty after they got their teeth ripped out?
And why do they, oh god. Why do they, I just don't understand why it's being supported in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, so here's the thing. This has been running for a long time, because back in 2012, the chairwoman of Israel's leading Holocaust survivors umbrella group criticized the pageant, saying it sounds totally macabre to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in favor of enriching lives, but a one-time pageant masquerading survivors with beautiful clothes is not going to make their lives more meaningful.
She has a point.
I don't know the criteria for the current pageant, but they said at the time in the 2012 pageant that grew so much, or had so much attention, they said physical appearance contributed only about 10% of the criteria.
Okay.
So hey, you uggos have a chance.
Oh my god.
Because like typically it's a skill, an interview, the bathing suit, the nightgown. Isn't that kind of like the go-to pageant bullshit?
And then they ask them like a question.
Yeah, that's the interview.
Oh, the interview.
I
don't like it.
It's like when they get to the interview section, like, so tell me a time you overcame adversity.
Oh god.
Tell me a time you overcame adversity. Well, no, not the same one that everyone did, something else.
Oh my god.
Oh, so like the second hardest one? I'm shocked
that
pie one time without eggs.
Ooh. I'm shocked that Israel sanctions this. I'm not gonna lie,
dude.
I'm not gonna lie, because Israel's like the kind of country that like could lock some shit down and then be like, hey, look, knock it off. This is insensitive and this is wrong. Go, okay, maybe next year, just don't. It's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Speaking of shutting it down,
Lock it down.
Caroline Lee, Teacher of the Year in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, Florida. On a lighter note, let's talk about this teacher who won Teacher of the Year for her district.
Yeah.
She's a 60-year-old teacher from Florida. Just days after being named Teacher of the Year, she punched a student in the face.
You're gonna learn how conjunctions work if it fucking kills you. Kills you? No, kills you.
You
come here
specifically.
Where's this comma go? Where'd it go?
So the victim stated in the report that when she arrived at her first period class on Friday, that her teacher said Miss Lee wanted to talk with her. The report said Lee brought the student back to her classroom and asked the student why she threatened her, which I haven't been able to find the threat. The student said she never threatened Lee, but then Lee reached across the table and struck the student with the palm of her hand, just right in the fucking face. Bam! The report goes on to say that Lee called the victim naughty words and then kept hitting her in the head as her nose was bleeding. So we're talking about some ground.
Was it like a slap or was it like a palm strike?
She struck her with. It says struck her with her palm. She may have slapped her in the face, or she could have just,
just a quick
yeah. Her weekend Krav Maga yoga is really paying off. So the victim stated she began trying to.
It's called Krav Yoga.
All right, I hate you. Krav Yoga. So she's saying that the victim was trying to hold the teacher's hands so she would stop hitting her. So the teacher started kicking her in the leg.
Nice.
Yeah, this is all because the Instagram post that the Duval County Schools page posted, where congratulating her on becoming Teacher of the Year. There was a comment that questioned if Karen Lee was the teacher that used the N-word last year in class. To which she was on Instagram herself and responded back that it was in the context of the book of Mice and Men. So it's not like she's like, y'all want to go outside for school today? No, it's like I'm literally teaching you about a book. It happens to have this word in it.
See, I don't know. I think there's a way around that. Like if they got to read the book, they're gonna see it. They're gonna see the word. But
if you're reading it out loud, and then once you get to the word, point to one of the black kids in the class and say, all right, when I point to you say it out loud. So anyway, I was walking by and I saw say it.
No. I'm saying when you are utilizing the context of it, you could refer to it as the N-word. You don't have to be like, that's like being like, ass is in the Bible, Mom. It's just like, it's yeah. And she won best teacher.
Like a picture of an ass?
No, the word ass.
Is it a scratch and sniff?
Yeah. No, the word ass is in, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like
the Holy Bible. Get it?
Like Huck Finn.
Yeah.
They use that word a bunch in there.
Yeah.
I don't know
one
of
the characters is named that. But at the same time, there's a way to teach it without being,
Like it's like, if you could just look past this one word, this book is great, I swear. It's like, ooh, you just had to say that one. You couldn't have been like anything else. Okay, we're gonna run with it.
Do you ever think? I mean, obviously, I know how you are, but I don't know about Jen. Is there like a book like that you read when you were growing up that you were just gonna be like, I don't know if the kid should read this?
The Bible. Boom.
Wow. Roasted. Boom. Roasted.
Boom.
I mean, like Flowers in the Attic.
I'm not familiar.
Oh God, V.C. Andrews, Flowers in the Attic. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy plot, and this is for teens, mind, and not even teens, like young, like.
Oh, a book that I haven't read that I don't want her to read. Atlas Shrugged.
Well, yeah, you can probably keep all Ayn Rand out of your child's hands.
I know you were real keen on it, but I don't think I'm gonna let her read Mein
I
Kampf.
was not. I was not keen on it.
You're
Had
like,
to do
oh
a
my
report
god,
on it.
my
Had to
favorite
do a
artist,
report on it.
my favorite artist had a released a
He wrote a
biography.
book. No, I had to do a report on it, and it got me an A in history.
Had
So
to,
stop it. Well,
had
I
to.
was gonna get a C otherwise, but
Mm-hmm.
so, at any rate,
And instead,
nonetheless,
you decided to get a 9.
yikes. No, Flowers in the Attic is about a woman who has like a bunch of kids,
Okay.
and she is like she's a widow, and she's like dating this new guy and trying to get him to propose. So she essentially locks her children up in the attic, and like these kids have to like live up there as a secret, and like so it's weird because it's kind of like a coming of age story. So like the girl who's the sister starting to become like, whatever, and then the teenage son, and then it's kind of like it's graphic. There's some graphic shit,
Gross.
and that was a story that I think you were able to buy at the book fair.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
like there are books out there. There's just like if you look at like R.L. Stein, like Fear Street and stuff like that. Like those things that was like junior high school, and those things were like legit scary. Like
Yeah.
so, I just don't know, because they look at the different things like Slaughterhouse-Five or of Mice and Men and things like that. Like Mice and Men, like chokes the woman at the end, kills the dog. Like these things are like considered harsh for kids. So I was just gonna say, would if you saw like now that I said Flowers in the Attic obviously is not going to be suggested reading, but Flowers in the Attic ends up on your kid's syllabus. You're going to be like, why do I remember this?
Like,
Would you be like, I don't know if she should read this book, or would you be like, it's on the curriculum for a reason?
I think if it's on the curriculum, as long as it's not like a psycho teacher trying to like indoctrinate someone with like a fringe crazy book, if it's
Right,
like American literature classic,
right.
then you should probably read
Let her read
that.
it. Yeah,
I mean, I read a lot of books growing up that I don't fucking remember anything about them. Like The Giver or
To Kill a Mockingbird.
yeah, like so many books that they made us read, and I like the fucking what is that the bean trees and like there's so many things that I don't remember about these books, but they
Right,
were important for the time for the class and sure whatever. And maybe I learned like a lesson out of them. I don't know, but I can't tell you anything about the book itself.
right.
Um, I don't know. I think it's
There are
like
books that I did not know that weren't actual books, like Great Expectations. Great Expectations is a book now,
yeah,
but Great Expectations at the time was a weekly periodical in a London newspaper, like in a London magazine.
hmm,
He would put out it was like episodes. Like Charles Dickens was like the first like 1 hour like drama or slash comedy writer. Like he did it was just like he did, Game of Thrones style, whatever, before it was a book, kind of thing. Like it was essentially a weekly thing, and he was influenced by his readers because um, they would write him and be like, "I think you need more of this character," and then
yeah.
he'd be like, "Well, they want more of this character. I'll write more of this character." I had no idea. I always thought it was a novel, and it turned out it was not. Who
Hmm.
knew? Do they teach us that? No.
No. Well, they don't actually teach anything that's like of importance.
True.
Boom, roasted.
True.
But they do teach.
How to palm strike a student.
They teach that child labor is cool and fun.
I, I
What?
didn't. I didn't learn that.
Well, they do it now because one Missouri school district has found a. You could. I'll tell you. I remember how I told you before we started that I found some of these stories on a certain website. You could
Yeah.
tell by the spin of this. I'm gonna read you this one thing, and you can tell. One
Oh, that
Missouri.
was
Hold
that
on.
was my no, that was my okay. I had another aside from that, I had another Close Encounters with the Stupid, but it was connected to the story and I completely blanked on what it was. and that's what it is. I got it. There will be a tangential thing to this. Go ahead.
You don't know that.
I mean, probably.
One Missouri school district has found a unique way to deal with the nationwide labor shortage: hire their own students for some open positions. Yeah, they decided that instead of paying real adults to do real jobs, they're going to pay their actual high school students to do these things.
Okay.
What's they said prior to COVID, we were experiencing a shortage of applicants, but the pandemic has really made the situation worse. They have begun hiring students to fill open positions um, for custodial work, the
Who
school
wants to be
food,
principal?
as well as before and after school programs for students up to the 5th grade. So they are just hiring students to prepare food for students. And
Um, I'm pretty sure this has been done in like Japan and China. Uh, there's been studies about this that, I mean, granted, I don't know if they're paying, but there's been studies that
yeah,
if the children have
are
a vested
responsible.
interest and a
Yeah.
responsibility in their school, they will treat it better. And also, I'm not opposed. I'm going to say I'm not necessarily opposed to this because, you know, if anything, I think if they decide that they don't like that job, then maybe they'll treat their studies a little bit more serious to go on to do something else.
Maybe,
I
but
don't know. I'm just saying, like, if custodian, you know, being a custodian isn't for you, you learn that your sophomore year of high school. So I want to do this, but it means that I gotta focus more on this, and then I'll focus more on, you know, science, and I'll do this. I don't know.
it's not just happening at the lower grades, it's also happening in colleges. Michigan State University is asking faculty and staff to help because they don't have enough staff in their campus dining halls. In an email sent to MSU deans, directors, and chairs on Monday, Senior Vice President for Residential and Hospitality Services and Auxiliary Enterprises invited faculty and staff to volunteer without extra pay to work in all of the dining halls. They're saying, as you know, like other schools and universities across the country, culinary services is experiencing severe staffing shortages. Many businesses in the local area and around the country are hiring, and we are all competing for the same available talent. Here's the thing. They say they're competing for the talent. No, they're not, because before this happened, so it says they recently waged their starting wages. What do you think their starting wages were before this whole worker shortage?
For what?
To work in the dining hall. I don't know if
12,
that means
12
like
an hour.
$10 to $12 an hour.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you can go across the street and get a job at like Taco Bell for like 13 an hour. You know, so it's like, oh, I wonder why people aren't working for us. Like,
because nobody wants to work. No. No, I don't know. I think more often than not, like I said, it's not necessarily a labor strike, it's a wage strike.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
These people are like, I'm not working for nothing anymore. And then so they're also, you know, essentially, I think a lot of these organizations are biding their time, going sooner or later they'll need something, and they'll come at our price. And I think that's a whole lot of shit. That being said, some of these teachers and some of these like tenured professors and whatnot who make a good amount of money for doing sometimes very little. Maybe you want your, you know, school to whatever thrive, then maybe help out.
Well, they're saying that the residential and hospitality services already asked 132 full-time department employees to work 8 hours a week in the dining halls. On top of already their relatively crazy school load, where they're having to adapt to everything. And it's like, you know what? We also need you to come in and work at 8 hours a week doing this. So if you're teaching all day, and then you got to do lesson planning, grading.
See, but you don't teach all day though.
No, but you don't. Okay, so you don't teach all day, but like if you have an 8 a.m. class and then you have like 11 a.m. class and you have like a 4 p.m. class, you're teaching all day. You can't really do anything else. It's like, okay, you have like an hour off in between, or an hour
Right.
or
And how
two.
long are these classes?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't. Some classes are maybe less than an hour. Other ones are like an hour and a half. It all depends on the teacher and you know the subject and all that
No,
kind of
I
shit.
know. I'm just saying, and more often than not, a lot of their work, a lot of their their grading and whatnot, gets passed off to a TA.
Yeah.
So is it possible that maybe they should look at some of these people and be like, you have one class this week. You have one class this day. So let's have you do 2 hours in the cafeteria helping out. You know,
So your stance is you want people to work for free.
I'm
I did
saying
not expect that stance from you. I got to say,
no.
it's a little
I'm
surprising.
saying I'm saying that if you here's the thing, you want to keep we want to keep the job going and everything like that. It's through the rate of what do you get paid as a professor? Are you a tenured professor? Are you whatever? Look at how much do you want to keep this job? If the school is no longer functioning, we're asking you to help out. Now 8 hours seems excessive. Maybe you do.
It
You
entirely
know,
seems excessive because
but I'm
looking
just
at
saying.
looking at MSU's their transparency reporting. So for fiscal year 2019 to 2020, they had estimated revenues incoming. So like they listed as student tuition and fees, state appropriations, research facilitation pass through, revenue based initiatives, and then all other revenues. So it doesn't really tell you what it is.
Right.
But it's $1.5 billion coming in for
Exactly. No,
1 year.
I understand that. I understand that.
That does not include like the ticket sales for their fucking football team, for the basketball team, for all the sports and everything. That makes a shit ton of money too.
I agree. I
You got
agree. And
all
I'm
this money
saying, but
coming in, and you can't offer someone a
well,
couple more bucks an hour to
is
fucking hire them.
true. That's all fixable. But for at the point in time, they're saying, look, this is like I said, it's all because if you're a public school teacher, some public school teachers have to do this anyway.
Right, but
Like,
that's like
yeah,
a public school teacher.
I know.
This is a state university.
Exactly. Now I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that then
Sounds
what
like
they
you're
need to do.
arguing for
No,
free labor.
no. I'm saying what they need to do is they need to look at these people and say, because from the from the standpoint of the university, they're being cheap. They need to pay whatever. However, from the that's it. However, from the standpoint of these people, it'd be one thing if it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll say I'm
I
wrong.
think you are
No,
wrong. This
I
isn't
think
like
I'm wrong. No, no,
this isn't like
I'll take it. I'll take it because more often than they need to pay these people. They need to pay the people more.
just pay people.
No, you're
Just
right. I guess I'm just
it's
looking at
one
it.
thing
I'm looking at it from a standpoint of maybe I'm just because I've worked in smaller business my entire life. I'm looking at it from a standpoint of smaller business. Like
right,
we
because
want
you're
this
looking
thing
at
to
it from
work.
like a performer
Right.
standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, well,
We
someone's
want.
got to do the marketing, someone's got to do this, someone's got to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
that's
obviously
just
that.
ingrained in my head. No, I'm wrong. I'll say I'm wrong. I
All
take
right,
it back.
good.
So take that to don't that doesn't hate the working class because I don't. Or did. I'll own did hate the working class, but now doesn't and knows it's. I mean, obviously it's too big for the banner. But no, you're right. You're looking at it as a fucking state university. There it is. That's better. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just my go-to to be like, well, let's just help out everybody.
There's nothing wrong with the sense of community and helping out, but when it comes to someone's like, yeah, we don't want to pay people. How about you guys all do this for free?
Right.
How much money did you guys make last year,
No,
motherfuckers?
that's true. That's true.
Especially since fucking colleges took in all the money as if people were like everything was operating the same. They took all that money in last year for people to stay at home and e-learn.
Right.
It's like, what are these facility fees for if no one's using the goddamn facility?
Right.
What is this, an ER?
Right. Oh,
Ugh.
tied in.
So we gotta, the Simpsons did it. Is always kind of happening.
Mhm.
This one is the Homer Simpson or the equivalent of Homer Simpson going to the buffet and getting kicked out because he was eating all he could eat. You know, I always think of every time I think of an all you can eat buffet, I think of does this look like the man who has had all he could eat?
Yeah. I mean, where did you go after you left? We stopped by Krusty Burger.
In China, um, a f- a food live streamer said that he got blacklisted from a grill buffet restaurant for eating too much. The man, only known as Mr. Kang, said that he was banned from Handadi Seafood Barbecue Buffet in Changshi City after a series of binges. One time he ate 1.5 kilograms of pork trotters. Don't know what that is. During his first visit, but then he had 3.5 to 4 kilograms of prawns on another visit.
Wow.
And then the restaurant's like, "No, get the fuck out. You don't get to come here anymore." He's like, I don't understand. I'm not wasting anything. I'm just eating this food." And the owner was like, "Yeah, but every time he comes here, I lose a few hundred yen. I'm losing money when this motherfucker shows up. Even when he drinks soy milk, he drink 20 or 30 bottles."
Pork trotter is pig foot.
Is what?
Pig's feet.
Oh.
Gross.
When he eats the pork trotters, he consumes the whole tray of them. And for prawns, usually people use tongs to pick them up. He uses a tray to take all of them. He also said that he's banning all live streamers from the restaurant, which is my favorite part of the story because, yes, let's ban, I'm being serious right now, let's ban all live streamers from any kind of restaurants or he's talking like that where people are just trying to sit there and enjoy their food. And
Right.
meanwhile, you got someone behind them going like, "What's up, guys? I'm here. I'm going to eat my prawns. I'm going to sit here for the next hour and a half just eating. I'm make the grossest sounds ever." And everyone just has to be cool with being on camera right now.
My favorite is have you seen Shang-Chi, right?
Yes, I just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
Yes.
the guy that he's like, no, I took a few years of martial arts training, so I'm just gonna comment as we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna grade the fight. And it's like, oh god damn it.
I can love that scene. It's like, what's up, guys?
He's the same guy from the Spider-Man movies. Like, what's up, Spider-Man? Do a flip.
Yeah. But he's also from the show Crashing.
Oh, okay.
And he was his agent. It's hilarious. But yeah, no, I hate that. Like we had somebody, I was at a karaoke thing, and there's this girl who I guess is on some like live stream thing, and she's sitting there and she's just got the thing on her and she's walking around, and I'm just like, could you get the fuck out of my face? Like I don't want to be on your fucking live stream.
It's the there's a subreddit called like I'm the main character.
Yeah.
And it's just people that are just so self-involved with trying to be the main character in everything. It's like you are background noise to everyone else. Stop trying to insert yourself in other people's business. Like,
God, it got. It's one of the things I've been trying to like. Like I said, I've got an 18-year-old nephew, and he's always wants to talk about this YouTube crap, and I'm just like, dude, I go, I'm a fan of YouTube. I like to watch YouTube stuff. I go, but you know, this aspect of YouTube famous, I go, it just doesn't appeal to me because, you know, I think it's an aspect of like, you know, more often than not, people are picking up the achievement of others and just talking about them.
yeah.
You know, like there's one thing to do something yourself. And then I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. I've been listening to 3 Questions with Andy Richter. And it's a podcast, and he just has a different comedy person on every week. And one of the things he was talking to Jimmy Kimmel about, they were talking about the numbers. It comes in with the numbers with Tonight Show and, you know, James Corden and all that stuff like that. A lot of those numbers aren't necessarily, they don't necessarily mean as much anymore ratings wise, because more often than that, people are watching it on YouTube.
Yeah. That's
and
all
the
that
point
matters.
that he said, which I never thought about, is YouTube has been really good about putting out the numbers, probably more cohesive than numbers that are probably a little bit better than the Nielsen ratings. But why not? Because you are essentially, you have a channel in which someone else gets to pay to put stuff on your channel for free.
Yeah.
Like you're the housing which everybody just dumps stuff in so that they can go look at it.
Right.
So, and which they put an ad in front of it, and they, whatever, and YouTube gets a certain amount of money, and that's why they make the money they do. But really, it's just like they found a place that goes, yeah, put the thing that cost you millions of dollars to make on our channel for free, and then maybe we'll get you something, or but we're definitely going to get something, like all
Yeah.
the ad revenue and everything like that. It's going to totally come to us. But glad that we're quote unquote partners in this.
And
It just
the copyright system on YouTube is broken.
right,
So like you can just claim copyright on anything and it can strike someone's channel down. Like someone that spends time, like they could put 40 hours into one video every single week and they release a weekly video and it's like a really cool breakdown of things. But like someone could put in a copyright claim on it and just get that channel destroyed. Like this is my livelihood. Like what? You should be able, there should be a more of a checks and balance system
what
on
was
that.
the thing with Metallica? Metallica was on Twitch, and they were playing their music,
Playing
and
their
there was
own music,
yeah,
and
and
then they got fucking struck. Like with Twitch though, it's like the playback gets muted.
yeah,
So it's like the stream was just like someone forgot to turn the microphone on the whole time.
yeah,
It's like you can't play your own music.
right,
And
hilarious.
I mean, it is kind of ironic it happens to them, but yeah, the thing with YouTube is like they've changed. So now instead of like pushing individual creators, they're pushing like these big things like Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube
Right,
page, like not his, but like his show's page, because those videos they get 2 to 12 million views if
yeah,
it's a like that. The show is no longer let's put on a good show, it's let's make a viral clip.
right.
We need to have a viral clip every episode, but you
Like,
can't force the shit to happen, even though Jimmy Kimmel proved that like you can make some like the fake ones where like the girl fell over and got lit on fire or some shit like that. He's like, yeah, no, that was us, we fooled you, you guys are
right,
idiots.
like where?
um
Let me see
but
if I can.
yeah, I don't like when we stream these videos. I
Right,
have like the behind the scenes look at all this kind of stuff, and when we use like back like, on our earlier episodes, the ones that I uploaded, if we used any kind of like copywritten material, even if
right,
it was for like a 3 seconds, it doesn't matter. Like we'd get hit for copyright infringement, and
right,
then like you could either remove that part of the podcast or leave it in, and any ads that run on it, you don't get any money for it. Like they're still gonna run
right,
ads on it, but you
right,
don't get the money for it.
right.
Even when you say like I don't want to run ads on this video, they're like, well, we're gonna run them because someone's got to get paid off of this.
I'm trying to
And
see
then
if I
I have um what's that called, like the paid version of YouTube, so you can
right,
have no ads on it when you're watching it. When I look at YouTube on someone else's stuff and I see some of these videos that have it's a 12-minute video but there's 18 ad breaks in it,
right,
I was like, this person's making a shit ton of money for rambling. Like
yeah,
if we had an ad run on this show every 5 minutes,
right,
we would make, well, I mean, not that much money, but like if we are getting all those views and running an ad every 5 minutes, we'd make a ton of money.
right.
But I'm pretty sure I have it set up where all the old ones they can't have any ads. I mean, like we don't meet the criteria to get the ad revenue yet because there's not enough subscribers.
Well,
Anyway,
don't worry. A lot of these videos will get plenty of views when I have a successful career and I'm being canceled because of a story we did about Miss Holocaust. I don't even think that would do it. People would be like, and also. No, no,
um,
don't you dare. I don't know what you're typing, but stop it.
you have no idea what I'm typing. It's not
It
even
is.
bad.
Come on, get it. Get that out of there.
So something simple like this is fine.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. It means I'm bringing people together.
It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No, don't.
All right. So we have a story of a Durham University student who won the Chegg's inaugural Global Student Prize. Jeremiah Tharanka is a 21-year-old who is studying for a master's degree in sustainability was selected from over 3,500 nominations for the award, which included a one-off prize of $100,000. The prize is given to a student who has made a real impact on their peers' lives and society. He beat his competitors with the invention, a device that both combats energy poverty and is environmentally friendly. He founded the company Optum Energy when he was 17. The startup's invention can be placed under roads and in busy pedestrian areas to create an electrical current. The device absorbs the vibrations created by movement nearby and utilizes them to generate electricity.
ComEd's going to have him murdered.
Huh?
ComEd is going to have him murdered.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, I saw this in the movie with Keanu Reeves when he was it Chain Reaction. They're coming for you, dude. Run.
He's from
Big energy.
He's from Sierra Leone, so he knows about. He says, "I have firsthand experience of growing up without energy or electricity." Yeah, he grew up in the slums on the outskirts of Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown, but he won a scholarship to the prestigious school. And he said around like 6 o'clock, the entire neighborhood would just be in darkness.
Yeah.
You know, he when he'd be at home, it'd be complete darkness. But when he's at school, electricity's everywhere and all these first world things. So for saying just 26% of Sierra Leone's population has access to electricity. So something like this, where you could put it under the roads and the vibrations just from drive. But think about if you put this on like one fucking highway for a 100-foot stretch, how much electricity could you generate off the? I don't know how much it could generate, but like we're finding all these ways of like the solar power, wind power, fucking water driven. Like you're getting all these sustainable ways, and now we found a way to make the roads give energy. This dude, man, shout out to Jeremiah Tharanka.
And once again, the same people are always complaining about how high the gas costs, gas costs are the same people who also don't want renewable energy. So it's like, no, I just want gas to be really cheap. And it's like, well, that's not going to happen as long as they're, putting like the poor kid, to be like, oh, let me buy that from you. It'll give you more money than you've ever seen, but I'm sure going to shelve it.
Yeah. It's like, what was that company that pretty much had like these breakthroughs in electric cars back in the 90s, and they're just like, nah, not going to build them.
Yeah.
I think, was it Toyota?
Maybe.
I don't know. There was one company that like
Toyota had the Prius.
They had the technology, and they're like, yeah, we could build these. We ain't gonna.
Right.
Make too much money off of gas.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's like the whole idea. I mean, the whole plot of the I think the whole plot of Chain Reaction was the idea that he figured out how to turn water into fuel or something like that.
And there's the movie The Saint.
Yeah.
With Elizabeth Shue and Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
They got the cold fusion.
Mm-hmm.
The formula for cold fusion.
But these things are all like, potential things if you put actual work into them instead of being like, let's dig another hole. Get that dinosaur blood out of there.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doubling down on like, yeah, we need to mine for more coal.
And then the same people that are like, thanks, Joe Biden. It's like, he doesn't make the gas prices. There's like a company.
No. He sits in the room. He's like, you know what?
I want to
raise it a quarter just for fun.
I want to make myself unelectable. Like, it cracks my shit out. I'm like, you guys know what capitalism is, right? Like, it's like
capitalism is great. Where are these effects of capitalism hurting me?
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
If only there was a way to map out the cause and effect of things. Anyway,
that's gonna do it for
Jeremiah Tharanka, all-star, great guy.
Yep, killing it. I mean, I rather like dogs and cats, but there's that that moment.
This is gonna get canceled.
Trust me, there's other crap out there. I'm sure that we've done that has been like, it's gonna raise some eyebrows.
But we did a story about a cow.
No. Anyway,
and
I canceled that.
Back before we did live shows, I'm
No,
not gonna say anything else about it.
no.
But this is the one time that we edited something out of the show. I think it was the only time we've ever edited
Yes.
something from the show.
Yes.
This was back before we did live. We had Preston on the show.
Yes.
We covered a story, and if you said certain parts of the story with I forget which accent we used.
It was
But it's
Australian, and
oh,
your Australian accent was horrible.
My Australian accent, as everyone knows, is spot on all the time.
I don't even want to talk about it. People are going to try to go.
When you say parts of the story,
No,
it could be misconstrued as something else.
Yes.
So Patrick, in a panic,
not a panic,
in a naked, sweaty panic, covered in chicken wing sauce,
a level-headed
3 a.m. covering up a hooker's body that he's trying to get rid of, and realize
a level-headed career decision.
I should probably edit this out. So he edited out like 3 minutes of a show, and that's the only time we've ever completely edited something out of the show.
Yep.
And as you can tell, Patrick loves talking about it.
I hate it,
especially on air when it's live and people can be like, "What are you talking about?"
I hate
one of these, and the thing is, we can't even release it. Like, even if we wanted to, like as like a special bonus of like, "Hey, we both won the lottery. We both have $1 billion now. Nothing matters. Here's the clip." We don't have the clip anymore.
Nope.
It's actually gone forever.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, if we both win the lottery, we will cover the story again. We will get Preston on the show, and I will do my Australian accent for it.
No.
But we both have to win the lottery. Not the same one. I want my own, and you have to have your own. That's the only way we'll ever tell that story again.
I was not a fan of it.
Patrick was not a fan of it. Preston and I loved it.
I'm never going to get on Saturday Night Live. Ever.
Well, we knew that before.
I mean, you never know.
Because, again, Patrick hates kittens and puppies.
That's true. I'm fine with it.
I'm allergic.
I have an allergy.
You can find us individually on Twitter at Hungry as a Bear. That's me. At Patrick 42.
That's me.
Yeah. At Puppy Hater. That's also Patrick.
I'm changing.
You find this podcast if you want to watch the video version of the podcast on Facebook and YouTube, broadcasting live, mostly every Thursday around 4:00 Central. Search for Stupid Talking Stupid on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe, comment, share, rate, review, all that wonderful stuff to get more people interested in this. Tell your friends about the show. If we get enough people to watch this show, we can maybe convince someone in the lottery office to let us win the lottery individually. That way we can do the fabled story with Australian accents. Audio version of the podcast is on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all the platforms you can possibly listen to podcasts on. For everything else, go to stupidtalkingstupid.com.
Speaking of the lottery, before we go.
Oh no.
I've been playing the lottery on an app. And
how does that work?
App. It's the Illinois State Lottery app. Basically, you do you put some money in the account, and then you just do the quick pick, and then you add the Mega Million or the Powerball, whatever, and then your tickets are stored in your phone. It's great, especially if it's like, I got to get to the store and the thing's in like 10 minutes. The problem is, and it's not a problem. It's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing. But in the past month, I have fuck you, roses. I have won like $12 in the Powerball.
So you're saying you've won the lottery?
I've won like $5, and then I won like $7. It was great. The problem is when
Patrick has won the lottery.
Yeah, right.
So now I have to win the lottery.
No.
The problem
is when you win that, they send you a text message that says, "Congratulations, you have won the Illinois State Powerball."
Oh my God.
And so for that moment,
I would hate that.
For that moment, I'm like, I'm going to say thank you to so many people. I can't wait. I'm going to buy stuff just so I can close it down, everything like that.
Oh, are we both thinking of the same business?
Yeah. And then you go and you click over, and it's like, you've won $5. And you're like,
you motherfuckers.
It's just the worst. Like, at least put congratulations, you won this much in the Illinois State Powerball. Like, don't.
Well, that's not going to get you to open the app. You got to open the app.
Oh, it's gonna get me to open the app because I play the app already, and
Engagement,
if I won
Patrick.
money, it's great. But I'm just like, oh, just that moment that you're just like, oh my god, I have $160 billion, and this is gonna be so great. And then you're like,
we're halfway there to the Australian story.
No,
Patrick has won the lottery.
Oh
He's
my
got
god,
text messages to prove it.
Chrome just shut down.
I don't know.
But anyway, that's gonna do it for this week and possibly
when
forever.
we do that story, when we both went, well, when just I win the lottery now, we're gonna have you in the room, and then like a surprise SWAT team is gonna come in and hold you down, so you have to be in frame and listen to it happen live.
Well, to get SWAT team money, you better win more than $5.
Oh, I'm finna win all of this money.
Well, I think there's like a thing that's something like if you are like in direct connection with somebody who's won the lottery, like there's less of a chance of you winning the lottery.
But then there's also the people that won the lottery twice.
Well, that's
personally.
You
cannot be closer than yourself.
I don't know. Some people are far away from themselves. Anyway, that's going to do it for this
Some people
week.
Are far from home.
And, possibly forever. For Shoe Talking Stephen, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
We'll see you later.